Mom, what are you doing?
Do you want to tell me that your little stay at the city has made you forget all I ever taught you about maize?
Oh, Mom, I haven't forgotten. I'm just wondering why you're still drying maize on the ground.
But not all of it is on the ground.
Mom, all of it has to be on the canvas, not 50-50. Just to protect it from the soil from contaminating it.
If somebody is speaking, they would actually think farming is in your blood.
But seriously, Mom, have you ever asked yourself why you get low prices for your maize each time?
Don't tell me about those men. They are always claiming that my maize is of poor quality. Then, wait a minute. Are you saying that my maize?
Yes, Mom. When your maize is graded, it has soil in it because you mix the bad maize with the good ones.
That means I'm the one who's been causing myself losses.
Mom, but worry not. Today, I'm going to get you a bigger canvas when I go at the VSLA meeting at Isabella's.
Then you go now. I'll finish up here.
Okay.
I can't believe that all this maize came from your farm.
All this is because of the good seed I got from Gabriel. Planting beans to fix nitrogen, using the right fertilizers, and top dressing at the right time. And of course, good care.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I had grown my own maize instead of dealing in only vegetables.
Mercy, we are now in the future. Together, we are going to grow the hell out of these crops.
I just can't wait to have my own land and grow whatever I want on it.
Agatha, all in good time. Now, what we have to do is to make sure this maize dries properly, and then we think of how we are going to store it and sell it, yeah?
I think that is right.
Sell.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks like everything in Kabulon and Mpeke is coming together.
Thanks, Mom.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I'm heading to the opening of the new market for the women.
Okay.
And I hope to see all of you guys there.
Oh, yeah. Sure. All right.
Mr. Mfu, this is a very solid plan. Exactly what the farmer needs. A better way to improve their works while doing other things.
A tractor is the answer to that in Kabulon and Mpeke.
I agree with you.
Now, what do I have to do to get this loan?
Well, the good thing is you're above 18. You have an account with us. You have acceptable security. Your pickup. Plus, you're engaged in farming activities.
What if it's an initiative of the circle?
Oh, are they officially registered? You see, as a group, they need to be a legal entity. There is a way we do things here at the microfinance.
I'm listening.
Well, when you come to our microfinance, we will be able to organize you into the microfinance arrangement.
I'm very confident that the farmers will organize themselves into your arrangement.
That's a good thing. But then before we give them the money, we will need to take them through a certain course just before they access the facilities, because they need to have good financial management, time management. They need to learn how to pay back in installments, plus any other general policies.
How long does that take?
This doesn't take long. The earlier they come, the better we'll get done with this.
I'll be back sooner than expected.
I'll be waiting.
Alphonse, where are you taking those maize cobs?
I'm going to plant some more. And then we shall have another good harvest.
But you cannot possibly plant the same crop on the same piece of land.
Come on, Joy, don't be ridiculous. You've always done the same.
Yes, but I've been advised that it's not a good practice. The crops must be rotated.
Rotated? What do you mean by that?
It means if we planted maize, we have to plant something else like beans or spinach. It is rare for different types of crops to share the same pests, diseases, and nutrient requirements.
Now, come on, Joy. My father used to plant maize season after season on the same piece of land.
But why must you continue doing the wrong thing when you know the right thing to do?
Is the porridge ready?
And that was bringing me to my next point. Those of you who planted maize should bring it here, so we store it together and then find the market, yeah?
Yes, storing together is a good plan, but We have to remember that we all have different farming practices.
True. Talk on it. Isabel here planted the certified seed, while the rest of you probably planted the usual maize seed.
We will pack the maize in different bags.
Is there any difference?
No!
Oh my
It's all maize.
It seems to me that the VSLA has more work to do than share pooled money at the end of each week.
Okay. She is drying her maize on canvas, while the rest are drying their maize on the ground. That's the difference.
But then, how will a fair price be determined for all of us?
We'll have to take our maize for grading, then it will be priced differently to guarantee ourselves on the market price. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Isabella.
Take it.
I need to borrow a canvas.
Oh, it's okay. I'll come and then sort you out.
You people! For a minute I thought you had decided to stay.
Yeah! One Christian has given us free space.
Thank you.
Don't mention. The buyers will easily find you as you're finding in the market.
And thanks to you, Cressy, we've been saved from all those market views.
Yes, like Jenny says, you're our hero.
This saves us from suffering the transportation of our produce. Yes. Hey, ladies, much as we are throwing all these praises to Crescent, let's not forget to save that money in our circle. Esther and savings are one.
Yes, I know you'll all be happy here. I know. So, this is your new market?
Yes, our new market.
And these people say I'm the one stuck in my old ways. Huh. I once was a farmer.
The whole world is moving ahead of us. They're using tractors to improve their farm, the quality of their farm produce. They cover big acreage in very short time. Imagine this circle, owning one. It could save the members from risking their land and other properties.
Hey, where does that leave people like me who make a side income from working in people's gardens?
Dorothea, you'll find something to do. It can't be this circle's initiative. The good thing is, all of you have a coratos, to place against this banker loan.
Hey, and what is your role in this?
Why don't you let men discuss important issues?
Aggrey, this concerns all of us.
Aggrey, getting a tractor is a brilliant idea. But I don't think we are ready for that yet.
And that's the problem with all of you people. You are short-sighted. But Jen here will listen to me. Come. Come. Jenny, I made mistakes with you. I regret behaving that way towards you.
Aggrey, are these words coming out of your mouth?
I know I hurt you. I am sorry. It took a while for me to realize. Actually, your leaving Kaburunda Mpeke opened my eyes.
I don't believe you.
Jenny, you're an intelligent woman. So? I'm sure you can see sense, some business sense in what I'm saying.
Yes, I do see, but...
You know what? Come with me.
To where?
I'm taking you to somebody who can explain this better to you. Come. Come.
Dad? Dad?
Yeah? Yes?
Dad, What is this?
You people left the maize lying down there.
Dad, the maize was drying. Eh? And you've not even stored it well. You see, if this maize is kept without drying properly, it will be affected with microbial infections.
Speak English, boy.
If this maize is kept without drying well, it will be infected with pests and diseases. Yeah, and that's why I also brought this pick bag, yeah, so that we can store the maize in here later.
Now, what is wrong with this sack?
Dad, this pick bag is far better. Eh? One, it is airtight, easy to use. It also helps to keep unnecessary moisture out, yeah? So our maize can therefore be in storage for a very long time without going bad. Yeah, and also on the storage, we need to keep this maize on a raised ground above the floor so that the cold doesn't enter. Yeah, because when the cold enters in, the maize rots.
I see. That is, where do you get all this information from?
Of course, I have Isabella, my walking agriculture encyclopedia.
The world has moved ahead of us. They're using tractors to improve their farm produce.
You see?
Yes. And you see, it takes away the burden of expenses. You don't have to pay 20 men to work on your very many acres of land.
I do not want to take away anyone's job.
Do not look at it that way. Look at it as a business that can bring us a lot of money.
I thought this tractor initiative was to benefit everyone in the community and also empower the young ones.
We are going to buy and they'll be hiring from us. They'll be benefiting, but at a cost.
You see, farmers also tend to think tractors are just for the tilling of the land. There are many more other things you can do with the tractor, like transportation of inputs and harvests.
Are you listening to the man? This is the chance we have, you and me.
Well, I really like the idea because it's going to help us in very many ways. But
just to say yes. I have already talked to Otai. I know I've not been so trustworthy, but things are going to be very different this time.
How different?
It's going to be equal partnership, and we shall sign a memorandum of understanding.
All right then, let me go and talk to the women.
That's the Jenny idol.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Consultation.
Guys, stop that right now. What are you doing?
Well, we are shelling the maize, duh.
Stop. Beating the sacks ends up cracking the maize, making it vulnerable for insect attack.
We didn't know.
And cracked maize is not going to fetch a good price at the market, right?
That is why we rub it together, because the maize won't get cracked.
This is all time consuming and some of the grain is not coming off the cobs.
Well, isn't there another way we can get the grain off the cobs in less time?
I've seen many farmers taking the grain to Ntales for shelling.
That is one alternative, but it will require us to spend more money.
Maybe we should think of getting our own sheller.
That is a brilliant idea, Benson. I know exactly where to buy one as the VSLA. Yeah, I know.
This is why you make losses. Now, look at this place. How do you expect to attract big markets? Presentation people.
I told you people that we need to add value to our produce.
Look at some of your produce. It's already damaged. Now, who is going to buy it?
Crescent, just tell us what we can do to improve.
This place has to be cleaner than this. Build better storage for your produce to avoid damage.
Crescent is right. If we are targeting the big markets, we have to improve.
And this is where Gabriel comes in.
Ladies, can we please talk?
Guys, us buying a sheller machine will not only benefit us, but the rest of Kablonda and Mpeke. Yeah?
Isabella, as a group, I think we should take baby steps.
Benson is right. We should only buy what we can afford right now.
Okay, we can buy the lottery sheller. It is simple to use, it is cheap, and it is effective. Yeah.
And we can even rent it out and make more money.
Now you're thinking with a business mind, Agatha. I like it.
Yeah.
Guys, Agatha has set the ball rolling, so
This rate at which we are making contributions, I don't think I'm going to become a millionaire.
Mercy, this is a journey we have to take. Oh, Benson. Thank you. 25,000 shillings. It's not a bad start. So we shall pull more money next time we meet, yeah?
Yeah. We getting a share.
We
getting a share. We getting a share. We getting a share.
We need to find better ways of doing all our tasks. How? By focusing on the most important things, which are preparing our budgets, accessing money to buy the right inputs, and finding market for our goods. That way, we are going to cut down on all the costs, but still use the right machines, which can help us shell our maize and plow our land as a circle.
That is a brilliant idea.
Hey, Jenny, how did you come up with this idea of training the women to drive the tractor?
Well, I was thinking about the young ones and also empowering them, especially here in Kablonda and Mpeke.
What about us? When the tractor comes, your Dorothea will not have any work to do.
Have no fear, Dorothea. I'm sure if the tractor comes, the training will start from within. Isn't that so, Jenny?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess you are all now convinced.
Yeah, we've all agreed that mechanization is a good idea and that we need the tractor, but we are
not buying it right now.
That I know. It's Jenny and I buying. Then the rest of you benefit from it.
No, Aggrey. I'm really sorry, but this is not going to work because I have bigger plans for that tractor and you're not needed.
So, all along, this has been your plan.
It seems like you have been beaten at your own game.
And I learn from the best. So, like I was saying,
yes,
when we get this tractor...
What is the problem? I came as soon as I could.
Ah, Joy, now that you're here, prepare yourself for an election.
An election?
Yes. Mom, we are electing a new in charge over the Ssebyuuma Farm Affairs, and you and Dad are the new contenders.
Is this a joke?
No. Look, that is serious.
We are now working together as a family, and because of that, we must streamline things.
And I agree with you, Alphonse, but we don't have to go through all this.
Well, if we are to go into business, Joy, we must find one person who makes the final decisions.
Yeah, and I think we should decide together as a family.
See?
We are stronger together.
The boy is right. Let us listen to him.
Well, you're campaigning, I am campaigning. Let the best man win.
Okay, let the best man or woman win.
Okay, you each have 10 minutes to convince me and my vote will be yours. Right?
Fine.
I can clearly see that the whole of Kablonda and Mpeke is against me, one man.
Aggrey, please, leave. We have better things to discuss and celebrate.
All I ever wanted for the farmers of Kablonda and Mpeke was to improve their farming and incomes. I pushed for commercial farming. Jenny, I trusted you. I shared all my plans with you. Now you want to prosper without me?
Aggrey. We appreciate your spirit to share.
Jenny, you have broken my heart.
Aggrey. You have a heart. And a broken one at that. That's the first. Let's go.
As my last point, I promise to take care of this house. Well, as I've always done.
And we now welcome Mrs. Joy Ssebyuuma.
Esteemed members, I stand before you today to prove to you that I am the best person for the job. For the past 7 years, I have been farming and producing food for both our household and for sale. In the past years, I have learned a thing or two, and I'm still learning on how to improve the income of our households, with your help, of course. Farming as a family business is the future. And as we invest in the new varieties of seeds...
I think we've had enough from the contenders.
Really? Dad, she's still speaking.
It's okay, Isaiah. Let's cut the vote.
Okay.
Hey, boss!
Yeah, Mzee, what's new?
I have your order, 2 eggs and 1 chapu.
Oh, so, Sebo, but I have a question for you. Are you using food with the big blue F logo?
I am not sure. Do you mean the big blue F logo that I see on wheat flour and cooking oil these days?
Yeah, Gosinia, we need to update our chapatis. The big blue F logo implies that what you are buying is fortified. So the food you make from products with the big blue F logo will have more nutrients and will be healthier.
That's true.
Come with me, I will show you.
Okay.
You people, you're lost!
Yeah, we are lost and found.
Is this the big blue F logo?
Yes. Look here. The big blue F logo on wheat flour, big blue F logo on cooking oil, and big blue F logo on maize flour. If it is there, then you buy it.
So Mama Wabana, the children, myself, and even my customers will be healthy if we eat these fortified foods.
Yeah, Gosini, yeah. The foods have nutrients like zinc, vitamin A, vitamin B, and also iron. These are very good for the body's health. I need that Rolex.
I need some of these papers with the big blue F logo so that my customers know that my chapatis are .com and that I am up to date. Here is your Rolex.
Asante, boss. Now that you have the posters, you remember to look for the big blue F logo. Everyone should do this. Rolex makers, Mandazi makers, the big blue F logo means a quality fortified product.
I'm sure we have all learned something.
Sorry. Sorry. Go, Jim. You can go fast. Okay.
Joy Ssebyuuma. Mom, they all love your name.
Alphonse.
Oh, Joy, you deserve to head over whatever happens in this house.
But we don't need a boss in this house. I don't even want to be the boss.
Well, if none of you wants to be the boss, then I can be one.
Shut up, Isaiah. Shut up. Alphonse, we're in this together. We are going to share equal responsibilities and have equal access to the money. As a family, we want to be well, right? And I will come in only if, and I mean only if, it is a difficult decision to make.
Okay.
All right.
Agreed.
Let's kind of make me something.
Aggrey Mvubi never forgets.